If you haven't already gone through a collapse of an exchange, well, you haven't been in crypto for 2 minutes. Feels like every other day we see another exchange going down. We see a massive tank in the market, and ultimately people that we need to be coming into cryptocurrency to understand exactly how powerful this tool is as a financial statement, then they're kind of not going to. We're going to take a look at exactly what has happened with Blockfi, what are their liabilities, and ultimately their bankruptcy that they have filed on today. We're going to take a look at everything going on, including the markets, and seeing what's happening. So let's get into it. But like we said, Blockfi, you see right at the very top of the first opening page says on November 28th, Blockfi filed voluntary cases under Chapter 11 of the US Bankruptcy Code. Additional information about our filing can be found here. Now, for those of you who don't know what Blockfi is, ultimately just another cryptocurrency exchange with a number of other tokens and coins that you can purchase. It has a personalized wallet, again, that you can use it, or the private client, so you can trust it. Low cost trading fees, Obviously, you can't trade it out. They have suspended it, so you can no longer do it, obviously, as they're part of this exchange. But the good news for all those that were invested in it, they're backed by the biggest names. Remember this: Valor, Morgan Creek, Coinbase Ventures, Galaxy, SGP, and the Winklevoss Capital, if you know who they are, massive investors in early cryptocurrency. But good news, it's backed by the biggest names. Hasn't managed to stop them going insolvent, has it? So pretty crazy. Like I said, we take a look at the market right now. We can see here down 2.7%, 820 billion. Now, we were worse. You can see here on the Bitcoin chart, we saw an aggressive sell-off, obviously, when the news came out of Blockfi. Ethereum is 1171, down 3.5%. And all the big names in cryptocurrency taking a massive dump. Anything that was be traded in significant volume on Blockfi, we see it taking a huge hit. We know that Binance put 2 billion into the kind of recovery fund, again down 6% on BNB. Volume up as people are selling out of cryptocurrency. And ultimately, this is not what we need for the long-term proposals that are coming and the long-term projections we have with cryptocurrency. And if you are into cryptocurrency, then be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and also leave a like on this video if you support this channel. It does really help out and gets us up in the old algorithm. But let's take a look a bit more detail at exactly what has happened. So again, as you can see here, Blockfi files for bankruptcy, cites FTX collapse for its troubles. Blockfi announced November 28th that it filed for a Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The filing in the United States Bankruptcy Court for the District of New Jersey pertains to the company and its 8 subsidiaries. The move comes after several days of speculation of the company's financial health after the collapse of FTX. Now, ultimately, they were in bed with FTX. I think everyone knows that. But according to the statement, Blockfi has 256.9 million on hand. It has filed motions to pay employee wages and continue employee benefits without disruption. Also seeks to establish a key employee retention plan to ensure the company retains trained internal resources for business critical functions and has created an internal plan to reduce expenses. Blockfi International has also filed for bankruptcy with the Supreme Court of Bermuda, according to their statement. And that was their official statement coming out from their Twitter page around exactly what they've done. Now, we can obviously click into the full blog that came out here. So, important client update on November the 28th. Talks exactly what we've just said. Ultimately, they have filed for the Chapter 11 bankruptcy code in part of this. It's again citing the fact with recent market volatility, FTX, it says here, the action follows the shocking events surrounding FTX and associated corporate entities and the difficult but necessary decision we've made as a result to pause most activities on our platform. So, you know, pretty bleak out there right now. Again, Blockfi, another big exchange going down on the collapse of FTX. They continue, it says, since the pause, our team has explored every strategic option and alternative available to us and has remained laser focused on our primary objective of doing the best we can for our clients. These Chapter 11 cases will enable Blockfi to stabilize the business and provide Blockfi with the opportunity to consummate and recognition the plan that maximizes value for stakeholders, including our value clients. So you might get some money out. You might get some money out, but you might not. It's absolutely insane. Like I said, another cryptocurrency going down. And it's just, like I said, not what we need right now in the market. It really isn't. And I think when we start to just get a bit of traction, we see these massive sell-offs, which just, like I said, is not great. We do have some interesting points here that they did take the team page away from Blockfi. Pretty crazy. It says here, Blockfi just deleted their team page. I leave it here so you know where your precious Bitcoins are. Remember, not your keys, not your coins. It ultimately is important to get your cryptocurrency off exchanges, get it into a hard wallet, get it off the exchanges, and ultimately then it is yours and yours alone. That is certainly a place for exchanges, but at the minute, It feels like every week we get another collapse. So ultimately, what's kind of gone wrong with Blockfi? Well, we have liabilities up to $10 billion. They think between $1 billion and $10 billion, the bankruptcy filing reveals. Now, we obviously know the FTX collapse was huge, bigger than the Enron disaster, but it says it is as bad. Over the last few weeks, a chain of unfortunate events occurred in the area surrounding cryptocurrency. Individuals in the cryptocurrency realm were in state of fright following the fall of FTX. Many employees and outside investors claimed they had lost their entire life savings. Now, I never advocate doing that, but this is the problem. These are the stories that are getting out into social media that ultimately people have lost a ridiculous amount. And it goes on to talk about, but it says here, Blockfi liabilities range from $1 billion to $10 billion. As per the details of bankruptcy filing, the troubled cryptocurrency lender has more than 100,000 creditors. The details depict that the liabilities and asset range from $1 billion to $10 billion. The filing also reveals that Blockfi has an outstanding $275 million loan to FTX. The specifics shown the sizable exposure of FTX. It should be observed that when FTX bought back Blockfi in July of this year, the company was experiencing serious financial difficulties. The failure of 3 Hours Capital cost the platform $80 million. And here is the problem. Ultimately, this is almost in a world of centralized banking where you save your money with the banks. They then lend that money out to a number of different people. The difference here with exchanges is they cannot print it. In banking, certainly here in the UK where we saw the massive banking collapse, they just print more money and it's okay. It's fine. The banks, the government bail them out. In cryptocurrency, well, you go insolvent, and unfortunately, because it's that being able to be tracked and a number of other things, you basically lose your money. It's not great for cryptocurrency. It's certainly not great long term for exactly what we're trying to do in the market. Now, that being said, what are people saying in terms of long term for crypto? Well, ultimately, it is here to stay. Even right now, at a $820 billion market cap, it is still a significant portion of financial wealth. And ultimately, we are going through a really tough cycle, added to a global recession, and then we add on top of this bad news stories. My view, long term, cryptocurrency is here to stay. And I think if anything, we will continue to grow as mass adoption becomes more and more possible. I only talked about a video yesterday of Shiba Inu being able to be used to buy plane tickets. And they're the sort of things that we need to be talking about. They're the sort of things we should focus on. But like I said, Blockfi, huge insolvency. It doesn't look like any webs go in and out of Blockfi. So hopefully we don't see any other big exchanges going down. And fingers crossed, we are at the end of it. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of Blockfi? Do you think there's another exchange on the horizon or another hedge fund that could go down? Fingers crossed we don't see that. But as ever, thank you so much for all your support. Leave a like on the video. Also, if you're not subscribed, do subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on to keep updated with everything in crypto. And I see you guys in the next one.